Recognition of Outstanding Health and Safety Initiative in 2019. The Health and Safety Initiative Award recognizes outstanding initiative in health and safety across an organization for this calendar. The nominees are Cloughney Guinea Limited. Cloughney Guinea have been nominated for their outstanding safety record achieved whilst constructing the Port Moresby Power Station. With a project of this magnitude, the company achieved over 1 million days without injury. ExxonMobil PNG Limited. Since the inception of the EMPNG TB Control Plan in 2010, the screening and monitoring program has helped prevent at least 310 possible active cases. ExxonMobil PNG have been nominated for their work in contributing successfully, sustaining and preventing transmission of TB. High Arctic Energy Services PNG Limited. High Arctic Energy Services have been nominated for their Drop Object Management Initiative. During 2019, High Arctic Energy Services deployed and trained its employees, delivering dropped object awareness training to 156 employees, dropped inspector training to 50 employees, and dropped object supervisor training to 9 employees. International SOS. International SOS have been nominated by the Extended TB Program at the International SOS Lihir Medical Center in 2019. The International SOS Lihir Medical Center conducted 14 site visits promoting awareness on TB throughout the island, covering close to 800 participants. Awareness in the community is the key to the success of the programs, as it ensures that there is ownership with all its partners. K92 Mining. K92 Mining Inc. is focused on advancing the Kainantu Gold Mine, located in the Eastern Highlands province of Papua New Guinea, towards production. K92 is led by an experienced team of industry professionals with substantial international expertise in mining, production startups, production restarts, mineral exploration, and finance. K92 Mining have been nominated for the safety record, a record of 1,236 LTI-free days in their underground operation. TKI. TKI has been nominated for the initiative to simplify and automate site safety, pre-starts, and hazard and risk identification through using digital reporting methods that automate the controls in place for hazards and risk identified by the user. This system is part of the initiative that helped TKI become accredited to ISO 45001, ISO 55001, and ISO 9001, a first in PNG. Total Waste Management. TWM have been nominated for their recognition in 5 years lost time incident-free at HGCP. Over the past 5 years, Total Waste Management has delivered 90,000 cubic meters of waste to Kopianda via 15,000 return trips, incinerated over 2,200,000 cubic meters of waste, processed over 3 million cubic meters of potable water, and treated 250,000 cubic meters of sewage. Recognition of Outstanding Women's Contribution in the Resources Industry in 2019. The award for Outstanding Women's Contribution in the Resources Industry recognizes a women's association or group demonstrating an initiative that has positive impact in their community. The nominees are Oil Search Foundation. In the past 5 years, the Oil Search Foundation has done tremendous programs and projects to improve family and sexual violence services, training of village court officials and police to better understand and enforce the Family Protection Act, improved accessibility of women to health services, conducted outreach clinics by delivering immunization and antenatal care to women and children, empowering its own staff through grants to work in their own communities to improve the standard of living, economic empowerment, and security for women. The foundation is also a key founder and funding partner of the Belisi PNG, a public-private partnership providing case management and safe house services for family sexual violence survivors. Ramoniko. Since 2009, the Coastal Pipeline Women's Association has been ensuring its key development objectives of women and young girls' empowerment and participation socially and economically in the respective villages from Bara to Bibi villages are promoted. The Ramoniko mine is proud of the Coastal Pipeline Women's Association and its engagements in improving the current socio-economic conditions of its female population. K92 Mining. K92 Mining Limited's employee, Fiona Umpao, is an example of many other women working in the mining and petroleum industry who are rising up to the challenge to be the best they can. Fiona is the mine's warehouse supply logistic manager and has been nominated by her employer as someone who is very knowledgeable in a role effective in expediting, coordinating, and managing the mine's supply chain, effective in cost-saving arrangements, and helping to mitigate delays in critical items, and for establishing good relationships and business connections across other suppliers and industries. ExxonMobil PNG. ExxonMobil PNG has been nominated under this category for women's economic empowerment in PNG LNG plant site communities. The Women's Community Resource Center in the village of Porgera, near the PNG LNG project's LNG plant, has been incredibly successful, having impacted more than 500 women from Papa, Lealea, Porgera, and Porabada villages. Some 40 trainers in sewing and tailoring have been trained at the center and have carried their learnings beyond the 4 villages, training 150 women in their respective villages. Recognition of Outstanding Landowner Company Shared Value Performance in 2019. The award for Landowner Company Shared Value Performance recognizes a landowner organization for economic and social progress in the communities in 2019. The nominees are Clough New Guinea Limited. Clough PNG have been nominated for their Port Moresby Power Station Project. This is their second nomination for the awards. Laba Holdings. As the umbrella representative landowner company for the 4 villages closely situated to the LNG plant, Laba represents the interests of Porabada Holdings Limited, Porgera Holdings Limited, Papa Resources Development Limited, and Buria Rarea Caution Bay Limited. Laba Holdings has been nominated under this category by initiating a project called the PNG Plant Site Uniform Manufacture Project. Laba has commenced this initiative with a small order of 124 uniforms, but are working closely with the community to ensure high quality within a viable cost model. Lotic Bigger Limited. The company has been nominated under this category for their outstanding performance and contribution in their communities, some of which include introducing health insurance and the first private medical clinic to the province, working with APTC in the process of providing international standard training and qualification to the local communities, introducing village trade stores and creating market for produce in the process of developing village-based agribusiness, and obtaining universal license to provide ICT service to the province to bring the world to the village. MRL Capital Limited. MRL Capital has been nominated under this category for their outstanding performance and contribution to their community, some of which include Bulamue Health Center, renovations to ablution block and clinic, Makapa Primary School, construction of a 6-classroom building at the cost of 1.2 million kina, supports the development of clan-owned businesses by providing each clan access to their own facility of 5 million kina, and since 2008, MRL has distributed over 55 million kina directly to the trust beneficiaries. NKW. NKW is a wholly owned landowner company based in the Moraba province. Since its inception in 2004, the group has developed into a leading provider of diverse, short-term and long-term special project services. NKW has been nominated under this category for their outstanding performance and contribution to their community, some of which include employment policy, identifying and employing suitable tiered local personnel within the geographical location it operates, constructed the first septic ablution for the Children's Academy Primary School in Lorengau, Manus Province, donated sporting equipment to schools to help encourage healthy lifestyle from an early age. Recognition of Outstanding PNG Local Content or Training Champion. The award of Outstanding Local Content recognizes an organization with demonstrated local content or training in its operation. The nominees are High Arctic Energy Services PNG Limited. For this category, High Arctic Energy Services are showcasing their flagship programs and development activities that seek not only to enhance the skill sets of the employees, but create advancement opportunities. These include introduction of internationally accredited training to PNG oil and gas well site services, well control training, introduction of an immense e-learning training library, and evidence supporting the training and development of Papua New Guinean workers. This is their second nomination for the awards. Clafni Guinea Limited. This is Clafni Guinea's third nomination for the awards, and under this category, the engineering and construction specialists have been nominated for their outstanding contribution towards training the local employees to perform their job safely. One of the key challenges for Clafni Guinea at its Port Moresby Power Project was the skills, as the project was time-bound. But the company was able to achieve and deliver this successfully by upskilling its local employees through training, thus creating over 300 local jobs with some outstanding results. While Clafni Guinea employed and trained locals on the job to ensure the project was safe, the company was also able to support its local community. Octedi Mining Limited. Under this category, Octedi have been nominated for their outstanding efforts in providing belt splicing training to its employees and others in the industry with Level 1 training in belt splicing. The partnership formed with the National Apprentice and Trade Testing Board in 2013 has come a long way since. Prior to this partnership, individual mines and industries in PNG that use conveyor belt systems in their operations carried out their own splicing initiatives. Thanks to Octedi, it is the first organization in the country to facilitate this training to its splicing department employees, as well as other stakeholders' industry partners such as Newcrest Lahira Mine and Porgera Joint Venture. Hidden Valley Mine. In this category, Hidden Valley has been nominated for its training programs, especially at its mine operations, as well as fully supporting female operators, supervisors, and trainers to work at its Hidden Valley operations. In addition, Hidden Valley's safety work culture has produced safety and injury frequency rates which are industry-leading, and the operation achieved a third consecutive year of 0 fatalities and 2 years without a lost time injury. ExxonMobil. This is ExxonMobil PNG's third nomination in these awards, and under this category, the organization has been nominated for its operations and maintenance technician training and development. 29 trainees were selected to be part of the 5th intake for this training, which includes 10 females. Female trainees are also excelling and forging new paths. For example, Apollonia Nabor is an LNG-trained control room technician at the PNG LNG plant. Gelwa Gao and Malika Salmang serve as LNG plant utilities, storage and loading control room technicians. Similarly, at the Heights Condition plant, Vicky Watch is the first female operator in the role of control room technician. As PNG positions itself to grow LNG production capacity and firmly compete as a world-class LNG producing nation, ExxonMobil PNG's operations and maintenance technician training program will continue to be one of the most significant enablers to pushing the LNG industry in PNG to its full global potential. Recognition of Outstanding Environmental Initiative. The Award of Outstanding Environmental Initiative recognizes an environmental initiative in project areas. And the nominees are Clafni Guinea Limited. Clough Guinea Limited's Port Moresby Power Station will use natural gas provided by the PNG LNG project to feed 6 high-efficiency reciprocating gas engines and generators. It will produce 58 megawatts baseload power to the Port Moresby power grid through a new 66K power line and substation network. This project by Clough Guinea Limited is a smart innovation that will contribute in a big way to saving the natural environment for future generations as well as protecting the environment which the project is built on. This is Clough Guinea's 4th nomination in these awards. Polyallied Products. As a local manufacturer and supplier of an innovative complete water solution using environmentally friendly polyethylene ultraviolet resistance LDPE tanks and high-density polyethylene polypipes in support of Papua New Guinea's development in the resources sector. Under the ISO certification, Polyallied Products Limited practices quality assurance throughout all its production with zero waste of undisposed high-density polyethylene or polyethylene plastics to be recycled or reused. Octedi Mining Limited. For their 2nd nomination, Octedi Mining has been nominated for their bigger operations, known as Bigger Sand Stockpile Rehabilitation Monitoring using Landscape and Ecosystem Function Analysis. The Bigger Dredging Operation is the main mitigation project aimed at addressing impacts of sediment from mine operation on riverbed level aggradation, flooding, and consequent vegetation dieback. OTML is the first mine in PNG outside Australia to use the Ecosystem Function Analysis methodology to monitor the performance of the dredge stockpile rehabilitation. Octedi Mining Limited. Under the same category is Octedi Mine's 3rd nomination, and this environment initiative by Octedi Mine is seen as the first for a mining company in the country. Octedi Mine was among the first in Papua New Guinea to have trained and certified refrigerant technicians to reclaim and store ozone-depleting substances from refrigerant and air-conditioned gases. OTML, since 2005, have reclaimed over 1.285 tons of ozone-depleting substances which were stored in residual storage cylinders. Octedi Mine with SEPA, Conservation and Environmental Protection Authority, approved Australian-based facility destroyed all 1.285 tons of its stockpile of ozone-depleting substances this year. Yandera Mining Project. The project's environmental initiative is a smart initiative of the project's Community Affairs Department. Their environmental initiative is known as the Wood Charcoal Burner. The model was designed with a name to save the environment by using more charcoal burners and reducing the number of trees chopped for firewood. ExxonMobil PNG. This is the 4th nomination in this award, and under this category, the organization has been nominated for building environmental management capacity and promoting PNG's unique biodiversity. In 2019, EMPNG sponsored 15 Papua New Guineans to participate in the 13th International Association for Impact Assessment Conference in Brisbane, Australia. At this international conference, EMPNG was represented by 26 delegates from Papua New Guinea and other ExxonMobil locations and showcased to the world the unique biodiversity of Papua New Guinea through video and immersive technology. EMPNG published 2 books summarizing scientific information about PNG's biodiversity in areas where it operates. One of the books is a report on the biodiversity surveys completed at Wow Creek, Uro Creek, and Lake Kotubu. Barrick Porgera Joint Venture. This initiative by Porgera Joint Venture Mine was initiated by one of its employees, John Peter, Senior Fixed Plant Fitter. John's aim in redesigning the air grease pump unit was to reduce waste grease at large quantities because when the waste grease is burnt, it discharges carbon monoxide into the atmosphere, posing threat to the environment. John's clever idea saw the substandard components of the unit replaced with proper components, and when the unit was fully tested, the waste grease generated was minimized. The idea worked. Recognition of Outstanding Humanitarian Initiative. The Award of Outstanding Humanitarian Initiative recognizes a company or NGO initiative that has contributed significantly to improving livelihood in PNG or any of its communities. The nominees are High Arctic Energy Services PNG Limited. This is High Arctic Energy Services PNG Limited's third nomination in this awards under this category. The company has been recognized for the community initiatives, especially supporting people from the local communities which they operate in. Some of the good causes High Arctic Energy Services PNG Limited has assisted include donation of 22 wheelchairs to Papua New Guinea's Assembly of Disabled Persons and procuring and delivering of over 50,000 vaccinations for PNG girls against human papillomavirus. Wafi Golpu Joint Venture. In 2010, the Wafi Golpu Joint Venture initiated a cocoa program called Mining Chocolate. This program was initiated in partnership with local NGO Briskanda, Huon Gulf District Development Authority, and the Morga Provincial Government Business for Development, and in recent times, the PNG Cocoa Board. Wafi Golpu Joint Venture has invested over 1.5 million kina supporting two Morbe cooperative farmer groups, the Lower Watut and the Babuav Cooperative Societies, with all these representing approximately 1,200 cocoa farmers in the Wafi Golpu project area. International SOS and Newcrest. This year, International SOS, in partnership with Newcrest Mining Limited, deployed a large-scale health initiative aimed at controlling yaws, a tropical disease in PNG. The project's aim is the advancement towards eradication of the disease worldwide. In 2012, a team working in Lihir Island, led by International SOS, discovered that azithromycin, an affordable and easy-to-administer antibiotic, cures yaws. Building on the discovery, the World Health Organization designed a strategy to eradicate the disease worldwide. Oil Search Foundation. This is Oil Search Foundation's second nomination in this award under this category. Oil Search Foundation worked alongside the Emergency Controllers Officer during the 2019 post-earthquake recovery period to restore water supplies by delivering and installing 100 water tanks in Hela and supporting NGO and other partners to work in local communities most affected. The foundation has supported over 600,000 vaccinations, trained over 2,500 health workers, helped 400 children to read, and ensured over 2,700 women and children have access to family and sexual violence services. ExxonMobil PNG. This is the fourth nomination in this award, and under this category, the organization has been nominated for building environmental management capacity and promoting PNG's unique biodiversity. Since becoming a province in 2012, Hela has served as both a point of hope for a better future as well as a harsh reminder of the difficulty of moving beyond long-standing inter-clan tension and the associated use of violence to address disputes. The success of efforts to promote peace building and resolution to historical conflicts resulted in, for the first time in 37 years, PNG's Independence Day being celebrated in Como Station. In 2019, the communities in Como, supported and enabled by government, began on their path to build an organic, grassroots movement away from violence as the medium through which to resolve their differences. AMPNG was called upon by Como grassroots leaders and groups to support their efforts to help maintain momentum and solidify gains made.